Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Neit-Lite from Annette Plaga-Lodde. And I hope I pronounced that right. She also goes by the name Lonetta. That's easier to say. Gosh, this is from 10 years ago. You're that was certified. What struck me on this one? Oh, I think I was just looking at tangle patterns, and this one, oh no, I scrolled past it, and I'm like, oh wait, that's neat. I was looking for something else. Now I can't remember what it was, because this was like, oh, well, this is neat. Okay, I don't feel like going to the border, so I'm gonna make to the edge, so I'm gonna make a border. So this could be a fill-in tangle. Honestly, it could be a border because you can stop it whenever you want to. Yeah, it's just really cute. Okay, so I'm going to start in the middle of here. So we're going to do a row of seed shapes, but they're going to come up like this. If you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, Annette did one kind of in the round, which looks really, really cool. All right. Oh, let's try to put one here. Honestly, it is quite forgiving. Because I'm like, oh, the height. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, next. We're going to put C-shaped curve lines. Well, that one is going to there, but between these seed shapes up at the top, like so. Then, kind of in center-ish on these, we're going to put an orb. And then more seed shapes on top of those. All right. Then, from the top of the seed shapes, we're going to do another C-shaped curve line going probably a little less than midway on that seed shape. And one thing that I have been doing, let's see, I'm going to turn it this way, is I had been kind of using the hollow technique. So I'm making, as if I'm making one big curve line, but going underneath that seed shape. I've also, because I've been, as I've been playing with it, I was doing it a couple of ways. One was just, putting the lines up, and both ways work fine. I can mess both ways up equally. If there was such a thing as messing up, which there's not, so. All right. So this is essentially it, except that we then keep going. So you could stop there if you wanted to. Actually, I was just looking. We could pretend that there's a the orb is down here and could put C shapes, but that's up to you if you wanted to do something like that. All right, so from here, and you want to keep growing it. So then start all over again, just like we did at the beginning with the C shape on the tips. And then an orb. And yeah, it's not going to fit on either side of those. More seed shapes. And I suppose you could stop at any point. It looks kind of weird just like that, but hey, it's up to you. And like, oh, well, you know, this, I end up doing this, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There's this other step in here. Mm-hmm. So if it ends up looking too open, it's like, oh yeah, probably forgot that one in the middle. Like that. And we'll just keep going. We'll fill it up. I mean, you can see how it's rather forgiving. So if your seed shapes are, you know, different heights or whatever, it is going to be just fine. And it's kind of like once you get going, it's hard to stop. And let's see. Well, we'll just take it right off of the... I didn't feel it going all the way to the border, but we'll go up to the, to the edge of the page. Sometimes I do, or actually a lot of times I do, and then sometimes it's like, no, let's put it in a little frame. Okay, one more. And we'll just stop where the line is. But we do have room to do that curved line. Like that. All of a sudden I was like, what does that look like upside down? Not that there's, an up or a down. It is an interesting pattern though. And I really, let's see. And honestly, okay, because it's just in my head to do this, I'm going to do it. Versus having this big, gap here. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, you come and do it afterwards. Okay. I like how Linda on Tangle Patterns did hers. Oh, and I'm just going back to look and see the different things. Actually, yeah, on Annette's sample, she did it on a black tile and did shading, in there, and that's nice. Maybe I'll do that. I always like to do something different, but I don't always think about it. Oh, and I do how she has it kind of morphed off of bales. I really do, although I really, 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 it's going to take a little bit. Okay, let me just think. Because I'm just going to do it because I really like it. I was thinking to do something different, but I really like how they aura'd. I'm just going to do one across just for one, just for a momentito. But to aura that whole thing is just, I think it looks really, really cool. But I'm going to do just one row first because I kind of like that too. And she did that on another one. And I think made one thicker than the other. Not that you'd have to. Could even just do one thick line. So these two lines could be filled in if I so chose. I see robots for some reason. I try not to say because I like to hear what you guys think in the comments. So that's kind of neat. I do feel, excuse me, that I want to fill in these orbs just because. Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe diagonal. We'll start that way and see what happens. You know, tangles like these are so fun because you're making your own coloring book is what you're doing, right? That's what my mom likes to say. She's like, she majored in art, but didn't really like doing a lot of the art things. But likes to, color, but doesn't necessarily like those, the adult coloring books. I don't either. It takes too long to decide what colors to put in where. But here, since we're creating all of it, it seems to work. Yeah, so that's interesting. I was trying to do an X, but it really didn't work. Kind of. Yeah, I think. All right, let's just fill those in. All right, well, while I fill these in, if, and especially if you're filling in and doing a lot of aura-ing, make sure to stretch your hands now and again. Take an eyeball break. Too, if you're, staring and you're working really close up, just take a little bit and look across the room, look up and across the room. If you're tangling for a while, it's good to also, it's good to breathe no matter what. But we want to take care of our eyeballs and our hands. So like I said, it's good to stretch both. Especially when you have highly repetitive stuff like this. Yeah, it needed that. All right. And then I really did like the look of this. So I'm gonna aura these all the way down. Or I might alternate. We'll see. All right, well, if you are enjoying this one, and I hope you are, please, while you're stretching your fingers, click on that like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, all of a sudden I'm like, I should be using the natural curve of my hand, but oh no, I'm going opposite of it. Silly. Yeah, that might make it a lot easier. Yeah, I was gonna, I'm gonna do every other one and then we'll see. I'll go back. So when I'm indecisive, it's like, well, that's just, something that would look like a pattern and I can do something else on the, alternating rows, or like I did with the little orbs, I can, I could do something else. So sometimes I do that just because. All right, so I mentioned the description section where you will find links to the step outs. Yeah, it needs to be all of them, doesn't it? Yup. And then below the links to the step outs, you will find my link tree. And on it, you will see all of my links. Because that's why they call it that. So all my social media is there, website. So you can find where to sign up for my blog on there if you wish. If you enjoy my content, feel free to bookmark that, because like I said, it has everything. It has a link back to the YouTube channel. And what else is on there? Well, to highlight, number one, we have a wonderful group of people that call themselves Tangle Addicts. Well, it probably started off because I started calling everybody Tangle Addicts. And then, the flock followed. It's just so fun. And, oh yeah, that looks really cool. All right. And if you would, okay, so two things. If you'd like to join us online to tangle, I'm going to grab my pencil. We're going to do some shading. If you'd like to do that, we would love to have you join us. We do that Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays is free. And then Tuesdays generally has a fee except for the third Tuesday, which is Tough Tangle Tuesday. And then, yes, the other ones have a fee or are exclusive to the Tangle Addicts subscription club. Information for that is also on the link tree. And then if you would like to join us online, just, we have a Facebook group. So whenever you feel like being on, you never know if somebody else is on, but, you can go and look at all of the beautiful work, comment, all of that kind of thing, and be connected to a nice, supportive community of tanglers who like to celebrate everybody's wins. Because we have people that come from all kind of different walks of life, different experience levels, and as I like to say, different abilities and different disabilities. And we like to celebrate what everybody does because it's always beautiful. How did I miss this whole half up here? But yeah, so come and join us. See, when I do things out of order, it's good for your brain, I understand. Oh, look at, there's another one I forgot. That makes them look neat. And then I'm just realizing now, somebody's probably yelling right on the screen. Wait, you gotta do those parts up there. Because it would continue. Yes, indeed. I'm kind of adding a curve since I just have a flat line here. Or a straight line. Straight-ish. Yeah, totally needed that. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's just neat. All right. I have a couple more things I want to do because I want to make these kind of rounded. All right, what else do I want to highlight on there? I think that's it. Well, there's a couple places. I have a couple links on the link tree where I post classes. So Facebook and Eventbrite. So if you wish to follow me on said platform, so that way it's a little bit easier and you'll get reminders. I do have a limited number of people. If you end up having any challenge with either, because that happens with either Eventbrite or Facebook. I have a link to my email also on the link tree, and let me know because I do keep a spreadsheet where I right from the platform I use, I will. Oh, that looks neat. I keep a spreadsheet of those that want to be on the list to be reminded, so I just have it sent directly from the platform. I don't have. I'm sure there's a way that I can do this a little bit easier, but I'm not there yet. So a lot of my stuff that I do is manual, just so you know. I have the tools to do, it's just having the time to figure out the tools. This should be my goal before the end of the year, which I can't believe is, oh my gosh, right here. It's just dawned on me that November is right around the corner. But time flies when you're having fun, and we have a heck of a lot of fun. Okay. Oops, I didn't get that too good. Oh, look at the dimension that added. Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, and I'm just, because I'm like, that just looks, if I had continued that, the shading would have been up here. So we might as well, using what's left on the Tortillion. Ah, there, now it's convincing. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Well, I've mentioned all of the end stuff that I usually do at the end when everything is over. Yeah, because I'd rather do that than not say anything during that time. Or I know I used to, it's been a long time since I would like pause, you know, I would say, oh, I'm going to pause and you pause. And then, you know, when you're done, you know, unpause and we'll be back together if we had a lot of filling in to do. But I figured how, you know, do the whole kill two birds with one stone thing. And, yeah. And then because I go out of order, I'm like, there's probably something else I wanted to mention, but no, I don't think so. No, I mentioned all of what I want to make sure to highlight. Yeah. No, it's good. What a cute tangle. Neat fill in. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking, what categories do I want to put this in? It could be, because like I said, I'm still seeing like aliens or robots or something. It could be something food. I'm not sure, but I'll figure out some playlists to put this on besides fill in and border. All right. Well, again, I hope that you enjoyed this. And thank you for, you know, clicking to like and all of that kind of stuff. I appreciate all of that. Feel free to leave comments. It helps the algorithm. So other people that, however it works, I kind of understand. But anyway, it will help to share my work, and I appreciate that. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.